Alrighty. Alrighty. We are live for the morning. Let's do... Some music there. And... All right. Morning, guys. Morning, Mayan. Morning. How's everyone doing this morning? So we got a few minutes till the market opens, but hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is doing well. Pretty much break even overnight with the NQ settings. The gold settings I've been running and testing, I'm not in love with them, and I think market replay showed that they weren't the best, so not really running those too much. But this is the only trade overnight here with the 5,000 tick. We had a partial win, partial loss, so slightly red. Not much though, so not even maybe half a trade red, if that. So yeah, still tweaking. Good morning, Caesar. Yeah, I'm not throwing those gold settings on like, you know, a bunch of funded accounts yet. So the NQ settings are solid though. Even on market replay tests, they are really solid. I don't know how many. I have 23 days loaded here. So I mean, let's just see here. The last 23 days, about 14,000 profit with a 3,800 drawdown. And again, that drawdown was pretty much all on NFP day last Thursday, Friday. So easier to avoid the drawdown if you just avoid that day. But morning, Geo. I'm doing well. This morning. Yeah, just chilling. Already got my trade in on my Top Step account. Up about 400 today. I've just been doing 20 micros and going for 10 points pretty much. Took $1,000 payout from last week. This week so far, two days where I hit 400, so that's going fairly good on that account. Obviously anything can happen though. And then yeah, that's about it. Almost up for the day as well. Awesome. Yeah, I took a little a really quick long scalp setup. It was on let me see if I can pull it up here. Took a quick long after the PPI news this morning. It was a 30-second long right in here. We had these fair value gaps combined, 30-second gaps. Took a long. I got a bad fill, so I got a long right here, pretty much at the top of this. Stop was at 81.25. I mean, we got one tick away from my stop here, and I just went for a 1-to-1, and we got a random kind of spike up. There was equal highs right here on NQ, so that's kind of why I felt fairly good about the long, was the equal highs right here. I assumed we would probably hit that before going lower, pretty much. That was my only thesis there. And we did, spiked up, came back down. That's the only trade I took. If I didn't take that long, I probably would have taken this short 30-second. We swept those equal highs. You could have taken a short here, stop pretty much right here. That one played out as well. So that's pretty much all I've done manually this morning. Just that one first long trade. Green on the day. So I'm done pretty much manually trading those funded accounts. I've been liking just going for some quicker kind of plays. Just like 10 points or so. I've been liking doing that. Anyway, market is now open, and we are pumping off the open here. Pump and dump. If you didn't see last night, NVIDIA is down quite a bit here. NVIDIA's down to 174. It closed yesterday at 182. So big selling last night on NVIDIA, but Google hit 233 last night. 233 down to sorry, 330. I don't know if I said that. 333. It's down to 323 now. So something's ripping, something's just really dumping still. Market's definitely still in a lot of fear. I mean, if I pull up the fear and greed index here, we are 14. So extreme fear still. We were at 5, I think, last week. So slightly less fear, but still, I mean, still very fearful. We did sweep an hourly low there on NQ. I'd be watching a NQ 30-second long right here. In a gold short. Again, I have this. I'm still testing it. I'm not in love with it, so I'm just testing it really. But in a trade right now, so we'll keep that up. Yeah, I'd be watching this. We did sweep an hourly low down here. You could watch for basically this right here. If we can break above, I mean, it could be a play, you know, even just towards the top of this wick. ES is pushing higher right now. So yeah, I'd be watching this NQ 30-second here. Good morning, Justin. First snow in North Dakota. Wow. Yeah, we haven't gotten a lot of snow here in Michigan yet. We had a bit of snow already, but nothing that stuck to the ground. It was kind of like a one-day little half an inch kind of thing, and maybe not even that. Just a little layer on the ground. But yeah, I'd be watching this NQ 30-second. That gold trade did just kind of stop out the rest break even. ES is pumping. Just caught that long. 5 seconds in that trade. What did you take? What did you take, man? Crazy how much buying we're getting right now. Let me look at the order flow here. What's up, Aramir? How you doing today? I mean, I don't see anything crazy on ES. I don't see anything crazy, but if anything, I see a fair amount of selling at the lows. I mean, obviously, you're getting reversed there. Morning, Filippini. The one bottom of the blue box. Kind of heavy. Bottom of the blue box. The one down here. Cut a long down here. Interesting. I mean, this is all. I'd be watching for a break above this. Something like this. Stop would be, you know, roughly 20, maybe even 25 points if you want to give it some extra room. And just, you know, 1-to-1, it's an option, right? So 1-to-1 would pretty much be that that wick high. So we might have to chase here. So 10 seconds. Delta, high delta on NQ. ES still pushing really high. We'll see here. Didn't close. Still. Didn't close, so still not valid there. Again, checking the order flow here. Don't see much going on ES at least. I mean, yeah, nothing extraordinary, outlier-ish, I would say. Just getting some fairly clean, you know, positive delta. That's about it. But again, see if we can close. All right, you'd have to probably chase here. Chasing would mean, you know, you potentially get in with half size if we move any higher. Wow, 4R with the original Joey settings, huh? Okay, this inversed. Again, I said you could watch this. You might have had to get in early on this candle. And it formed an order block there of sorts. Already, I mean, if you got in early, like I was saying, you know, right around here, that would have already been 15 points. So almost hit the high there. Didn't quite hit the high. Now we're digging back into the gap, so. Nvidia down to 173, Google down to 324, Amazon 320 or 225, Tesla 415, Meta 622. Everything's, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of selling in the market. AMD down to 198. Palantir down to 159. I mean, there's a lot of things that have sold off very heavy. Very heavy. That 30 seconds still valid. It's still valid here. Actually kind of inversing another one here. Where's my rectangle? Right there. Not quite yet, actually. It's a bearish gap, we'll see. If it respects that, it's gonna go hit the stop. A plus setup, ES short right now, 30-second chart. A plus setup, ES 30-second short. Again, it might not work, but it's pretty much a perfect iFVG. It's actually right here. Again, 30-second charts are not the best to look at, but this one's getting wrecked anyway so far. Yeah. So the trade would have looked like this, pretty much. Something stop somewhere up here. Stop above the high. I would put it above the high because it's only a 5-point stop above the high anyway. If you ran the request about with Belong's master account, when you first get it, the drawdown is like the drawdown's 2,500 when you get the master account. By the way, the A setup short worked here on ES. We even formed an order block here. You could have entered literally on the close of this 30-second candle. Would have been the perfect spot to get in. Yeah, you have the normal same amount of drawdown. All right, so that just hit 1-to-1 on ES. So if you took that, good for you. Good listening. Again, this was A plus. Also, we're already down 100 points. Nvidia down to 172. Google back up to 326. So Google's really just the only thing holding this this market up, if I'm being honest. Google is the only thing holding us up. Anyone take this ES short? Just hit 2-to-1. Did anyone take this ES short? Good amount of selling pressure here on ES still. Those equal. I do have the. All right, yeah, we're selling hard here, guys. This just hit probably a 3R here. Yep, just hit 3R on that ES short. Selling pressure is extremely heavy. Big negative delta here. Okay, that ES short almost just hit 4R. Again, I don't know if anyone took that, but it was called out technically, so. $4R just got hit. Holy smokes. That was a good call. Good call out. Said it didn't look pretty here, but then as soon as we got this death candle, it kind of forms the order block, and I mean, it's right back where entry should be, so that would have been your entry here. Just about to sweep London session low here on ES. That's where I'd be getting out. We just got one tick away from London low. I think tomorrow is a short day. Better to hold off trading algos. I don't know if tomorrow is a short day. Not that I'm aware of. Maybe Thursday is. Obviously it's a bank holiday, but glowing red on your end. Yeah, I mean, that had pretty much everything. Had your sweep, higher time frame for value gap delivery, had an SMT with NQ. So, I mean, A+, again, called it out around here. But again, you could have entered right on this big red candle. So, I mean, pretty solid. Pretty solid. I don't want to see the market sell just for my long-term portfolio's sake. Again, just swept London low here. Now just hit 5R on this trade. So if you're risking 400 bucks, you would have made 2 grand on this sell-off. Very big sell-off here. I mean, market just dumped 200 points. And we've taken away pretty much all of yesterday's gains. Well, not quite, but I mean, a lot of it. So that's for sure. If the market's really going to turn bullish, it needs to break back above 25,300. So still have a ways to go. Nvidia 171, Amazon 224, Google 321. Everything's just so volatile. Palantir 157, AMD 196. I mean, that's big drops. AMD is down 27% from the highs. Nvidia is down 20% almost from the highs. Palantir is down 30% from the highs. I mean, even Google from this morning is down 3% from the highs just from this morning. So anyway, I think we get the idea. It's insane selling. Spectre, I cannot get Spectre to work well for me as of lately, but yeah, huge sell in here. Still huge negative delta. So, I mean, I would not be trying to long yet, that's for sure. Nvidia 170. Let's check the fear and greed index again. It's gotta be dropping. Still 14. mean, I would not be looking for longs. That's for sure. Not yet. I mean, Nvidia definitely has some support around, you know, 165 to 170. So we'll see, you know, what happens there. If we break that, I mean, we're dipping down towards the 153s, 152s, most likely. AMD, let's see. AMD, I mean, I would hope AMD would at least hold the 185s. I mean, that's selling pretty strong. So that is down just from today. 8.5%. Palantir. I mean, Palantir, if we could hold this 145 to 160 area, that'd be good. If we don't, we would likely go down towards 132. Tesla definitely, hopefully would hold this 366 to 390 area. A little bit of buying here, not much still, not much, but okay, so this ended up hitting, oh my god, that has to be probably the best call out, right? It's at 9.5R, guys. That ES short I called out. 9.5R total from top to bottom, roughly 50 points on ES. So Long here, 5,000 tick. I mean, we are getting some more buying, so it's good. We can't just sell off forever. I mean, we have to have some sort of pullback, right? GOSC or DM, I'll check that in a little bit. Or your ticket thing. First TP hit there. Already 40 points in profit here. I'm reading some news on Nvidia, AMD, Google Meta right now. Gotcha. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, basically Nvidia's dropping because Meta has interest in buying some of Google's AI chips. And there's just less companies that are not wanting to just fully rely on Nvidia, so they're looking some other places, I think. Which AMD also took a heavy hit because of that, because they're just companies are starting to look some other places too besides just Nvidia and AMD. So that's why AMD is down very big from market close yesterday. AMD's down 8.5%. And from market close yesterday, Nvidia is down 4.5%. So yeah, solid iFVG trade. I agree. Be nice if this could hit full TP there. Still, I can't believe we call out a almost 10R trade on ES. Yeah, I mean, I think competition is good. It's just gonna help. It's gonna help every company start to put out better and better stuff. That's what I think. You know, if Nvidia sees Google as some real competition, then Nvidia is gonna have to pull something good, and then Nvidia is gonna take the lead again. It's just, you know, and then AMD is gonna do something crazy. That's what I think. But a lot of shorter term volatility for the longer term goal, right? Like, I'm invested heavy in AI stocks, tech stocks mainly, just because I'm younger. Makes more sense to me. Like, I don't know why it wouldn't per se. But you know, the portfolio is very volatile now, but you got to think, you know, in 5-10 years, I think everyone here could agree Nvidia is probably going to move higher, or AMD is probably going to move higher, or Google, or, you know, all those things. So yeah, very big trade there. There was a 30-second NQ long. I didn't call it out because I wasn't really watching it too much, but that just hit full TP for 67 points profit. Yeah, I mean, I have solid diversification. I mean, majority of my portfolio is invested just in the Mag 7, I would say. It's fairly evenly spread across the Mag 7, and then I have some other stuff in there. I probably have 20 stocks in my portfolio or so. Some of them are more like lotto plays with like $1,000 though, a couple of them. But yeah, that was a nice trade there. brought us up to green on the day there with just the 5,000 tick chart. So I like this V shape though. I really do like this V shape for the market. Take a look at the 1 minute chart, guys. I mean, that's a straight up V shape reversal. Very strong. Current settings, you're running on iFVG, kind of curious. Used to trade the model before too. Never. Yeah, this is 5,000 tick chart here. We have certain time settings here, just certain, you know, to avoid certain hours. Not using any indicator filters. We have 1-to-1s, 1-to-2s, 1-to-3s for the targets. Swing points of 724, you know, that's just marking out the swing points. 500 risk per trade, max of 40 contracts here. Fair value gap size is 15, so you know the fair value gap has to be at least 15 points. And then pierce through, so it's not waiting for a close through the gap, it's just looking for any sort of wick through, which in this case, like right here, it's good, helps you get a better fill. In a lot of cases it also doesn't help you, and you get, you know, we respect the gap. So but I mean, this is a really, really nice V shape here. I would love to see it continue. And again, if you guys didn't hear me at the beginning of the stream, we called out around 942. We call it this ES short from up here, and it hit big for 50 points profit on ES, hit about 9R of profit. So again, if you need to learn how to manual trade too, you can just hop in this live stream, and you know, I try and call out some good quality setups. So yeah, I would agree. Definitely a lot of help, people finding new things. You know, there's only so much I can do, right? I'm one person, me or Ben, like we can only find so much. Obviously helps, and you have so many people testing, not testing, but like finding settings and stuff like that. So still rejecting VWAP here. Market is so volatile though. Even this little pullback off of the VWAP is 100 points. So be careful today. We're gonna call it here though. We're gonna call it here. It's 10 o'clock. We've already got some nice trades in. Called out this trade, got this trade. So we're gonna call it. But be very careful today because it seems super volatile. So I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We'll probably take Thursday, Friday off this week for, you know, Thanksgiving and stuff, obviously. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I'll see everyone later.